While many countries are not yet ready for a female ruler, Egypt made that happen more than 3000 years ago. Hatshepsut was a female pharaoh during the New Kingdom in Egypt. 20 years after her death, somebody smashed her statues, took a chisel, and attempted to erase the pharaoh's name and images from history. But who did it and why? Queen Hatshepsut became the co-ruler of Egypt around 1473 BCE and ruled until around 1458 BCE. During her reign, she increased the Egyptian trade and undertook vast building projects. She is remembered as a great builder. Is mostly notable because she was a female pharaoh who declared herself as the king. She is notorious for having the most prosperous and longest reign, which lasted for 20 years. Hatshepsut's father was King Thutmose I and her mother was Queen Ahmes. Hatshepsut became the Egyptian queen by marrying her half-brother, Thutmose II. Marrying within the family was a common practice in ancient Egypt to continue the line of power. Furthermore, Thutmose II was a result of inbreeding and was weak. He therefore had his son with a concubine instead of his half-sister wife. Thutmose II later died, which meant his son and Hatshepsut's stepson, Thutmose III, would become king once he was of age. In the meantime, Hatshepsut acted as her son's regent. The construction of towering 100-foot tall obelisks at the great temple complex of Karnak. The mortuary temple in the city of Thebes contained over 100 statues of Hatshepsut. She arranged a diplomatic and trade expedition in East Africa to the land of Punt, which resulted in volcanic glasses, myriad trees, wild animals, and other items being brought to Egypt. She also invented the Egyptian look of dark eyeliners. In ancient Egypt, the Egyptian afterlife, pharaohs basically had their own place aside from other people. But if they were forgotten, they would disappear completely. So you have to remember that whoever tried to erase her name also wanted to erase her in a religious sense too. It is widely believed that Thutmose III tried to erase her name and leave her off the list of pharaohs. Her name was lost for a couple of millennia. Her body wasn't found until in the 20th century in an unmarked grave. Then years later, DNA testing came along to confirm that the mummy was indeed of Hatshepsut. Thutmose III had a complex relationship with his stepmother as he grew up as military head of Egypt. After assuming control of Egypt, he seemed very eager to prove himself and his masculinity and immediately engaged in very ambitious military campaigns, most famously involving the Battle of Megiddo, which earned him a very esteemed warrior image. that endured in the Egyptian history. According to some, Neferure was being prepared to take on the role of a pharaoh herself. Neferure was always destined to be the great wife of Thutmose III. But he married Satea and crowned her as his great wife. I don't think that Thutmose was mad at his stepmother. She organized his education and made him good pharaoh as he was. And they likely shared a good relationship, but that is open to speculations. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then please do not forget to like it, subscribe it, and of course comment on it. And let me know if there's more to it. Thank you so much. See you next time.